If there is one thing the US has done perfectly in its history, it's buying huge chunks of land for extremely cheap. They first did it in 1803 with the Louisiana Purchase, buying most of central United States for only $15 million from France. Then they did it again in 1848 with the Mexican Cession, buying what we now know as Western United States for another $15 million. Then they did again 19 years later, purchasing the eternity of Alaska from the Russians for a measly $7.2 million. That's a bargain even accounting for inflation. The question we have today is, can Trump do the same thing with Greenland? Okay, it's time to fill the gaps. Newly inaugurated Donald Trump made the news with the seemingly outrageous offer of buying Greenland from Denmark. The Danish Prime Minister responded to this offer with a simple answer: no. Media outlets ridiculed the idea, but this is not the first time the US tried to buy Greenland. Some habits die hard, right? Denmark, as you will guess, refused the $100 million offer in 1946. I don't know why they are complaining. That's a much better deal than what the Russians got. So with this topic brought back from the dead, you might ask, why obsess over a giant sheet of ice? If you think Greenland is unimportant, you are not looking at it from the right angle. And I mean literally. From this map, Greenland might look unimportant, but when you look at it in the globe map, you will notice the island sits between two historical rivals. That's right, Greenland can put the cold back in Cold War. With the rising temperatures, Russia will come closer to achieving their dream of having a warm water port that doesn't rely on the Turkish or the Gibraltar Straits. And purchasing Greenland can establish US dominance over these waterways. But that's not all. With the way things are going, Greenland will not remain bone-chillingly cold for long. The ice sheets are already melting by a rate of approximately 280 gigatons per year. That's like losing over 70,000 Empire State Buildings made of ice every year. So the island's untapped resources will likely be up for grabs in the near future. We are talking oil reservoirs, natural gas, and rare minerals that we use to build technological hardware. One man's ecological disaster is another's gold rush. And lastly, Trump might be feeling anxious that their geopolitical nemesis get their hands on Greenland before he does. No, not that one. China has a history of building infrastructure in areas of the world the US neglects, especially in Africa. And both superpowers might be thinking Greenland is way too important to leave at the hands of a relatively small European nation. I want you to think about this. Trump is the self-proclaimed the president of deals. But in his first 4 years in the office, how many deals can you name that he made? Trump no doubt has a pretty big ego. Purchasing Greenland and adding more than 2 million square kilometers of land to the US borders can solidify him as a historical president and the dealmaker-in-chief. Will he be able to seal this deal? Let us know what you think in the comments. That's it for Fill the Gaps today, but we'll be back soon with more. Want to help me keep filling the gaps of history? Your support is essential to keeping this channel alive. Subscribe, click the thumbs up, or buy me a coffee.